Hi everyone, my name is Alejandro Kinsbrunner and I will be hosting this video series called Developing Side-by-Side Extensions with CAP for SAP Service Cloud V1. The target audience for this series is for all those technical consultants as well as architects who want to deep dive into the new way of working within SAP's Clean Core approach. Clean Core revolves around maintaining a clear separation between core functionalities and customizations. Clean Core extensibility is basically a way of extending SAP systems without messing with the core application. It's all about keeping your custom enhancements separate from the main SAP setup, so you can update your system without causing any issues. In simpler terms, when you add extra features or tweaks, they won't interfere with the basic functions of SAP that keep your system running smoothly. In this video, I will be introducing the use case and the overall architecture to achieve my goal. Throughout the video series, we will be working with a use case which consists on a real-life scenario where a user needs main tickets to automatically become as completed when the child sub-ticket is set to completed status. There is no out-of-the-box feature for achieving this requirement in SAP Service Cloud V1, and there is no in-app extension for achieving this. As a consequence, the development team is required to provide a solution, whether they go with a traditional PDI development solution or whether they go through a BTP application which follows the Clean Core guidelines. Let's dig in and look at the overall architecture for providing a solution to our requirement, which will be solved through the BTP approach. Our customer has its global account, it has a sub-account set up with Cloud Foundry environment enabled, and is subscribed to Business Application Studio entitlement. Developer will access into the BAS instance in order to develop the CAP application and will then deploy it into the Cloud Foundry environment. This application will use a destination in order to connect to standard OData API, which changes data in C4C ticket. Finally, we have the end user who interacts on his daily tasks with the Service Cloud tenant, and at a certain point he marks as completed a sub-ticket, which is the triggering point for calling the PDI development that hits the BTP application endpoint, which will automatically set the parent ticket to completed. Once that gets executed, a response will return back into the C4C tenant. In order to understand a bit further what we are about to do on the next videos, let's decouple the overall solution into three main activities. The first one is the BTP development, and it will consist on creating our CAP project, integrating the API, and setting up all the required communication in order to allow BTP to connect into C4C tenant. The second activity will consist on creating a PDI solution and enhancing the service request business object in order to call the BTP endpoint of our newly created app. In order to be able to achieve that, we will need to set up all the communication between C4C and BTP back and forward. And last but not least, we will also need to create the C4C customizing, which will consist on creating a workflow rule that triggers the PDI development. So let's get started. Hope you enjoyed this video series. Last but not least, feel free to post your comments and feedback on the blog so I can improve future presentations. Thank you very much.